Day one, interview one, Pbios live, brought to you by TD Williamson. It is Permian Basin International Oil Show time. It's happy to be here again, my third oil show, and we are going to kick it off with a little bit of a bang, a little bit of a regulatory bang, I guess. I'm your host, Keith Stelter, trying to bring a little positive PR to the oil and gas industry, one interview at a time, one subject matter expert at a time, one oil show at a time. And I'm joined by some great people. My co-host, Matt Hill, who is going to take it away and introduce himself. Mention anything else I forgot in that introduction. Where are we, Matt? Why don't you tell everybody where we are? Because I know I
Ector County, the Pbios. Please come down today. And, Jim, most importantly, let's make sure you get your message out, because you have been instrumental in a lot of there's just so much going on in energy right now. So I want people to come out here and engage, during the Pbios and the Coliseum and the county. Everything about the Permian is solution providers and oil and gas and energy. So get down here. That's my message to everyone.
But before we get the message, tell everybody who may not know who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you guys for having me on the show this morning. I really appreciate it. My name is Jim Wright. I'm the current chairman of the Railroad Commission of Texas. And for those of you that may not know, the Railroad Commission of Texas has nothing to do with railroads, but we have everything to do with oil and gas production here in Texas. We're the regulatory body over oil and gas and pipelines, uranium, coal, here for the state. I think our agency is considered the agency that brings the money into the state that we use to build our roads, our schools, our emergency. A lot of things are used for the blessings that we have here in Texas and the royalties that we receive from that.
If we don't got any of that energy, nobody gets to go to work in the morning, right?
And very true. It's exciting to be here at the show. This is my second time to be here, and I've been in office now for 5 years. And coming here really shows where we are in Texas today, where technology has come to, how much we've really put emphasis on making sure that we stay the leader in our nation whenever it comes to oil and gas production, which means that we get more security and more certainty throughout the world whenever we're furnishing products to allies. And I think the opportunity for us in the future, moving forward, and what we're doing in Texas today is just great. I mean, it's huge in the fact that if you think about Texas just had their embargo lifted in 2016. We're kind of new to the world market today. And I believe that we still have a lot more room to grow when it comes to getting our products to people that need our products. I think we've got more markets that we need to make sure that we're going toward. I think we've got partnerships that we need to be looking at throughout the world. I'm really, really, really excited about the future of what Texas has, because if you think about 2016, we're kind of new to this. So, it just excites me to see today that we have so many people that have interest here. I think you've got over 2,000 people in attendance here. You've got over 800 exhibitors. I mean, this is incredible. If you want to know what's going on and see what's happening in the industry today, this is where you should be.
This is the largest inland oil and gas show in the world.
It is.
There's going to 20,000 people, I believe, is the expected attendance over the course of the next 3 days. It really is a showcase for oil and gas, for not just here, but all over North America. There's people flying in from near and far.
Yes. It's an incredible show.
So on everyone's mind, because politics, the markets, jobs, energy security, there's just so much to wrap your mind around just the subject of energy. And regardless of what we call it, the Railroad Commission, it's the Energy Commission. What are your biggest things that you're going to have to work on for Texas, but are also excited for? Deregulatory, build, baby, build. A lot
emissions. Where's emissions going? Water rights.
Where are people pushing you to focus, and where would you like to focus?
Well, if people realize today Texas generates over 5.5 million barrels of oil a day. All the things that we're seeing today, I consider as growing pains. As we look forward in the future, we have issues. Today here in the Permian, we're dealing with a lot of produced water. That produced water has caused issues as far as trying reinjection in the ground. But if you look at the opportunity that we have just in the produced water side, today in Texas, we're in the worst drought condition I've ever seen anywhere west of the 98th meridian. I think there's a huge future to marry that produced water treated correctly into reducing those drought conditions that we find ourselves into. You're talking about opportunities and issues. Those are just one of many that we're looking at. The other thing that working with legislation this past legislative session, we've had a lot of emphasis on theft. We've been experiencing a lot of theft in the oil and gas industry. I'm proud to announce that legislature passed a bill where now we can prop up a theft task force. That not only do we have people on that task force, but we got subcommittees for that task force. It's something that I intend to dive in very deeply, because in the last numbers that I've seen just in theft is over $1 billion a year. I mean, that's huge. So that, that's another issue that we're enduring. The third is kind of what I said earlier. I think we need to continue to focus. I think there's a huge opportunity to focus on, what other markets can we move our products into that'll benefit the rest of the world? And that's the way Texas has always had the perspective on that, is where can we send our products to where we have good benefits for good people?
With the prices being down, I think you're hitting the nail right on the head. A lot of people are worried right now because the prices are so low. Marketing's the way to go.
I think you're exactly right on that. And that's my point in all this is, my new slogan today, and I've been saying it publicly here for the past year, is all oil needs to flow through Texas. And why do I say that? Because what happens to our market all the time is we have competitors, and I consider OPEC our competitor. I consider Russia our competitor.
They're not on our soil.
Right. And I consider Venezuela our competitor. So when they want their share of the market, they simply affect the price. And when these prices are affected, that greatly affects what Texas' success is, especially in the oil and gas industry. So I think we've got to do a better job of looking at spreading our market, getting out there further into it to where we're not impeded by these peaks and valleys that we've experienced in our history. That's one of my main goals, and one of my main focus is to try to make that happen. And I've been working with a lot of other countries here over the past year that want to buy our product, that want to get into markets they have that we've never been into. So I'm excited about it.
My friend Steve Reese, he's going to have part of the first refinery built in 50 years, and it was an eye opener for me, really to pull back those onion layers and see how long it takes from the idea of, hey, we need our own refineries here to refine our own oil and gas, and that process of how long it takes to get built out. What can we do better because I think we are really good at performing on drilling and fracking and production.
I agree.
But
yes.
Those products need to get to our own refineries right here in America. What can we do in Texas?
You hit on it a little bit earlier, Matt, and what are we looking at in the future as far as deregulation, trying to streamline these permit processes? Fortunately, we have a president today that's really gung-ho to try to achieve that.
And a heck of an energy secretary.
Yes, and a good energy secretary. That's right. We have a good cabinet today that's from the federal level. I'm very happy to be working with them as compared to the last administration. But I can tell you, with the main focus there is how do we bring things back to America? And refining is one of those big key things. I think today, given the current administration, that we're going to see a lot of ways that we can achieve those things in a timely fashion, in a safe fashion, but also at the same time improve what our economy looks like for America. I'm really excited. I mean, I think we're going to set procedures in stone moving forward in the future that future politics or the pendulum of politics will not be able to affect, and that's excited me.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and sitting down with us. We're at the Permian Basin International Oil Show here in Odessa, Texas, Ector County Coliseum. Are you here for just the day, or are you here all 3 days?
I'm planning on being here all day tomorrow and at least 3/4 of the day.
And if people see you mind if they come up and chat with you?
Not at all. I encourage people to. If they've got any questions about us as a regulatory body, please do.
Yeah, I mean, they have open doors at the Corporation Commission. You can, all right, well, sorry, that's an Oklahoma thing, the
Right.
Railroad Commission, but You know, they want your ideas, they want your thoughts,
Mhm.
they want
Certainly.
they want our industry to participate with them to grow this industry and make it, you know, better.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me on today.
Appreciate
I really
it. It was very
Matt.
nice to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
having me, and
See you again.
look forward to talking to you fellas again.
God
See you
bless you.
around the show.
Permian Basin International Oil Show, PBIOS Live, brought to you by TD Williamson. Stay tuned to LinkedIn and all the other platforms for some more interviews. And till next time, we'll be here at the Coliseum.
Bye.